Welcome there, wrestling fans. You're watching Destiny Wrestling on the ProView Network.
DWO, March 25th, Albuquerque, New Mexico. The Iron Man Rob Conway. You know, I've wrestled in 49 states and 12 countries. I've won against champions from all over the world. But this is the very first time I'm going to be going against a champion that's named Hobo. Hobo Hank, you're the average man. You're the common man, and I'm the Iron Man. Just look at me. You're looking at this face. This is the face of the new champion. That's right. I'm going to come in. You're going to be the champion, but I'm going to leave the champion. See, Matthew Robles, a great friend of mine, he is the director of competition. And you're going to get more competition than you could ever imagine. See, the Iron Man rules with an iron fist. And I'm coming to New Mexico as the Iron Man, and I'm leaving as the Iron Champion.
We're here at Pride is a Sin. I am here with your DWO champion, Hobo Hank. Hobo Hank, what are your thoughts tonight about your match with Rob Conway?
Yeah, I had an opportunity to watch what Rob Conway had to say about our match tonight. I've been in this business for a long time, and I've been in the ring with the best of the best. Now, Rob's one of the very best. I know that. But Rob, I think you've made a slight miscalculation, my friend, because you're looking past Hobo Hank. You don't see me as a valued competitor. Well, if you think you're going to waltz into DWO, walk all over Hobo Hank, you've got another thing coming, buddy. Because this is my town, this is my belt, and if you want it, you're going to have to come and take it from me.
We are here live for the main event at Destiny Wrestling. Pride is a Sin. And coming to the ring right now is the challenger. None other than the Iron Man, Carney Rob. The Iron Man, Rob Conway.
Yes, we can hear Ozzy's voice in the background, as he calls out the Iron Man. This is going to be an epic match. I mean, Rob Conway is probably one of the most solid and most chiseled men in the wrestling today.
Just all the accolades that go along with Rob Conway. I mean, it literally reads like a rap sheet of titles. He is a multi-time WWE Tag Champion. He is a multi-time NWA Tag Champion. And he is a multi-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. But one thing is correct. One thing is true, he is not and has not been, at least to this point, a Destiny Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And that, Carney Rob, is why he's here tonight. He's here to add to that list of accomplishments. He wants to represent this company, and he wants to take that belt off of the hometown hero, Hobo Hank.
He wants to be on that list of elite men who's hold that belt. People like Bully Ray, people like Johnny Cage, people like the missing Josh Payne. They've all held that belt. Will Iron Man be the net? Will Rob Conway add this? This would be over 35 titles at this match. You said multiple? I don't think people understand. Over 35 titles. You know how hard it is to get 35 titles in this business?
You know what, Carney? It's hard to get just one title, much less 35. You make a hell of a point, and this man looks like $1 million. He looks like a champion, but you know what? You can't measure a champion with just biceps. You measure a champion with heart, and the man that is coming to the ring next, he quite possibly has the biggest heart that we have ever, and I mean ever, seen in Destiny Wrestling, and that is your heavyweight champion, Hobo Hank.
He is not my champion. I have some history with this bum. I don't like him. I hope Rob Conway knocks his teeth down his throat, because those teeth don't feel good. He's bit me on my forehead. He's hit me with that spinning DDT. He's low-blowed me. He's supposed to be a hero. He's kicked me in my genitalia. I don't like this man one bit. He's lucky I don't come off of here and beat him myself.
All right, easy there, Carney. Let's not put our foot in our mouth before the end of the match, because you know what? Hobo Hank might just do that if you keep running your mouth. Here's the thing, Carney Rob. Watching all the videos, seeing all the stuff, there is just an outside chance. I'm just saying an outside chance that maybe some of that stuff that happened to you was deserved. Some of that stuff was stuff that you brought upon yourself. So you need to give this man at least a small bit of credit because he faced Johnny K. Johnny K, who I believe was the longest reigning Destiny Wrestling Heavyweight Championship holder in a ladder match at Elevated, and he won that ladder match, and he beat Johnny K in that match to take that title. I saw that match. It was literally one of the most insane, bloody, brutal things that I have ever seen, but Hobo Hank came out the victor, and when he came out the victor, that's when Baby's head was ripped off. That's when Johnny K completely lost his way, and Hobo Hank gained back almost. He, by himself almost, gained back the power of Destiny Wrestling from your boss, MK, Matthew Robles, the director of competition. That was the turning point. That was where Adam Merrick and Hobo Hank were able to establish Destiny Wrestling again under even unbiased thing. We have Rob Conway in the ring, Carney, and I guarantee I know you're rooting for Rob Conway because you don't like Hobo Hank. And it's hard to root against Rob Conway for the pure fact of what he has accomplished. But you damn it, you give Hobo Hank his due.
I will not give that man any due. If anything, I'm going to give him some deodorant because that man stinks. I've had those armpits rubbed on my face and I hated it. I hated every minute of it. Look, he cheated. He's been cheating the whole time. I was in there. He started this whole feud between me and him. I was there protecting Matthew Robles. You might not have seen it. I know all these fans wear blinders when it comes to this man. I was in the ring. I was protecting Matthew Robles. When this man grabbed me on my shoulder, I lost my composure and I had to hit him because I thought he was attacking me.
First off, I understand you were out there with the boss because you're that kind of lackey, all right? I understand that that was what you were paid to do, okay? But the point of the matter is this, all right? That is the Destiny Wrestling Champion. That is a guy who has fought for well over 2 years, going through just hardship after hardship. Let's not even talk about outside the ring, where his life can't possibly have been good until he got that championship. He was living on the streets. He was eating out of dumpsters. He was drinking filth just to survive. That was that man's training. And he did what he needed to do. And you, Carney Rob, and Matthew Robles, and at that point, Chad Thomas and the DRC, all of you were making it impossible for this man to live that dream, to live what you could consider the American dream. I mean, truly, you look at Rob Conway, he is a chiseled animal, and he came out in the American flag, and the people around the world look at him and say, hey, that must be the American dream. But no, Carney Rob, no. Hobo Hank coming from nothing in Destiny Wrestling and becoming the heavyweight champion, winning that title in a gruesome ladder match. That, Carney Rob, that is the American dream.
You can call it American dream. You can call it whatever you want. What I call him holding that belt is the American nightmare. I hate the fact that he holds that belt. I hope Ron Conway he beats him. I'm afraid. If we keep that belt on Hobo Hank any longer, I'm afraid he's going to go pawn that off and get a 2-bit hotel for one night so he doesn't have to sleep behind the frontier.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Saturday, May 13th, live from the Westside Community Center. The innovator of violence and ECW legend Tommy Dreamer makes his Destiny Wrestling debut. Tickets are on sale at holdmyticket.com and keep up to date with the latest Destiny Wrestling information at dwwrestling.com.
Welcome back, wrestling fans.
I will give you one small bit of credit, Carney Rob, which kills me because you know how I love to not give you credit. Because let's be honest, there's only one hole you talk out of it, and it's not your mouth. But the point is, yes, you have to keep an eye on Hobo Hank with the title. The thing is he could pawn it. He could take it. He could get that 2-bit hotel and sleep on a filthy mattress. But that is something he has pride in. He has more pride in that title than I think anything at all. Hobo Hank is a true champion. He is a true working man's champion. He gives everybody hope. He gives me hope, Carney Rob. He gives me hope to be able to do amazing things. All right? It's easy if you go out there and you live in a nice house. It's easy, to go to the gym all the time. This guy, he's doing bum fights to fight people. He's lifting up tires that are literally strewn in the street as dumbbells to make himself into a champion. And damn it, Carney Rob, he became one.
Well, what he needs to learn how to do is what you brought up earlier. He needs to learn how to become a working man so he can start paying bills. He can start by getting himself a little hotel. He can start in a hotel room, start flipping burgers at McDonald's. Hell, maybe even flipping the little stirring that green chili that everybody in this godforsaken state likes. The boogers. Stirring that boogers and serving the people out of the front door off.
Why does it not shock me, Carney Rob, that the first thing that you bring up is food? That, to me, is the problem, all right? This guy can't eat. You're eating more than frickin' your fair share, that guy's fair share, that kid's fair share. Hell, I think you chased a steak, and that's the fastest I've ever seen you run, all right? Maybe if he had a break or two like you and Robles, he wouldn't be in the situation he's in. This guy struggles. This guy fights. Rob Conway, hell of a worker. That guy can go a million miles a minute. But in my mind, I need Hobo Hank to win. I need the American dream to truly live out.
American dream. Matthew Robles is living the American dream. Hardworking. Everybody bashes Matthew Robles. Hardworking individual, made his millions. He's one of the most stand-up lawyers anyone will ever meet. And he's the best director of competition this company's ever had. I'll be damned if people continue to bash the great man that is Matthew Robles.
If Matthew Robles doesn't fly right, do things the right way, Matthew Robles is not going to have a job here in Destiny Wrestling. He needs to make sure that he's doing what is truly best for the company. Now, I will say this. Matthew Robles was the one that set up this match, and this match is going to be just one of the best. I can already feel this is going to be one of the best in the history of Destiny Wrestling. And I will give credit where credit is due. He set up this match, but you always know that man has ulterior motives. He needs to straighten up and fly right, because if he doesn't, I know Adam Merrick, at the slightest tinge of some sort of underhanded thing, and he's gone. The American dream for Matthew Robles will be finished. He can go back to Utah. He can go and live in his little collector's house and do all those things, but he will not be here. He will not be the director of competition, which also, if I might add, could be very bad for you, Carney Rob, because you know what? Even though, I don't hate your guts, I might nudge Merrick to possibly replace you, all right? So you look at this match, you watch this match, you call it right, no bias, down the middle, keep yourself in check.
You bring up bias, that's Adam Merrick. He comes out, he abuses his power time and time again. He's abused his power to put Hobo Hank where he's at. All we see from Matthew Robles is him bringing in the top of all competition, bringing people in that other federations would only dream of having. But no, he brings them here for these fans. People here in Albuquerque. He brings them Bully Ray. He brings them the Iron Man. He brings them Chad Thomas. He brought them me, for God's sake.
Okay, let's go easy now. Some of those names I will agree with. Obviously, there's one glaring omission that I will not. That was a nasty shoulder tackle. I mean, no wasted movement by Rob Conway right there. No wasted movement. You can understand why they call him the Iron Man. I mean, it does look like he is molded out of metal. He is chiseled out of granite. I mean, this guy is a spectacle unto himself.
It looked like Hobo Hank ran into a slab of iron, is what it really looked like right there. And if it wasn't for Mr. Conway, we'll call him Mr. Conway for this. If it wasn't for Mr. Conway taking his time, this would have already been over. He wanted to go out and give the fans something that Hobo Hank can't give them.
I'm going to have to stop you right there. Obviously, Rob Conway is methodical. He is going to pick apart his opponent, and I understand that. It looks like he's asking Hobo if he wants to leave. Well, I understand, he thinks very highly of himself. These fans think highly of him. I mean, he's done so much, but there is no way Hobo Hank is going to just leave. He's not just going to walk out and give Rob Conway the title. There is no way that that is going to happen. Hobo Hank, I mean, if you listen to this crowd, they love this man. They adore this man, and he returns that. He reciprocates that. This is his town. These are his people. Rob Conway, in all his glory, is still going to have to fight through those things if he wants to win the Destiny Wrestling Heavyweight title.
Well, Rob Conway better stop asking Hobo Hank to leave, because if I believe correctly, if Hobo Hank just gets smart and runs away, he'll keep the title. You know, you can't lose the title on the count. Am I correct?
That would be correct. In this match, there is nothing there. I'm assuming that Rob is asking Mr. Conway for you, but Rob is asking Hobo Hank, just hand me the belt. Why take this? But you can see why he's not going to leave. Two double shoulders and a nice clothesline to knock Rob down. Right there, Rob Conway, the Iron Man. I think he's shook up right now. As you can see in the crowd, it says Conway is soft. Obviously, that guy right there believes that Rob Conway doesn't have the cojones, doesn't have the skill set to go in with Hobo Hank and take that title away.
Well, when I look, I don't think those muscles are anything but soft. I think what happened is I think that there was some sweat that had gone on the mat, and that allowed Conway to slip a little bit. Or maybe it was some of that grease from laying by a grease trap out by the frontier that caused him to slip on that mat.
If that is true, we will never know. You and I will never know. But I believe in my heart, sir, that Hobo Hank is driving Rob Conway. He's frustrating him. And I mean, that is a fantastic tactic. Rob Conway has been all over the world. He has wrestled everywhere. He has almost wrestled everybody. So you have to come up with something different, something to get in his head, something to get him off his game. And I think Hobo Hank is doing just that. I think he's getting off his game. He's getting in his head. He's messing with him right now.
I think he's messing with anybody's head. I think Mr. Conway is messing with Hobo Hank, holding the belt, telling him that it's his belt. You know, that right there probably frustrating the bum. It was probably frustrating him, making him wish he was back behind the frontier. You know, eating some leftover of those. I don't know if you ever had them, those cinnamon rolls from the frontier. Maybe that's what he likes to do, is lick the frosting out of the old dispensers.
To be fair, Carney Rob, I've seen you jump in the dumpster for those cinnamon rolls as well. So don't put yourself above that, all right? I know how you are about your cinnamon rolls. Oh, that was a shot. It does look like you said, Conway might have lured Hobo Hank into that shot. Elbow shot right to the face, dropping him. And now he does seem to have shifted. He shifted. It did seem like the crowd was 50-50, but I believe now more and more the crowd is starting to despise Rob Conway. And I don't even think it's because it's with Hobo Hank. I think it's because he's doing underhanded things. I think it's because he's taking an advantage of a situation instead of just going in and wrestling. And there it is again. The head on the apron. I mean, too many of those shots, Carney, and Hobo Hank is going to be bleeding everywhere. We already have established this. That is the worst spot.
It is, and I don't understand what you mean by underhanded. I mean, that was an open chop, open hand. Here, when he hit him on the ramp, Hobo Hank was attacking him from behind. All he was doing was defending himself. That was it.
That was a deep elbow, and he's going to give one more right across the throat. He is just driving that. Here we go. Oh, and he's taking a moment. Oh, the crowd does not like that. Oh, my goodness. I think we've seen that once or twice in another spot, but I don't think that guy does it as well as Rob does. Rob Conway trying to finish the match early. And that's a kick out. That is a kick out at 2. He isn't quite got it done. He is just an amazing wrestler. But Hobo Hank still has fight. He still has the will to win.
Is Adam Merrick paying this ref? Those are some slow counts.
Easy now, Carney Rob. The worst reffing job I've ever seen was you in a ref shirt. I don't think you get to criticize anybody about reffing skills. That was a fine count. That was an even count. That was a fair count. You, sir, don't get to criticize in a manner such as that.
I thought I was a really good ref.
Carney Rob, you thought wrong. But let's get back to the action here. Hobo Hank is taking a beating, and that is the second short arm lariat. The second short arm lariat. And here we go. Could this be it? No.
A little bit of a lazy cover. I will say that about Mr. Conway. He's being a little lazy in the covering. If he hooks that leg really deep, I don't think Hobo Hank's kicking out.
Exactly. I don't know so much for Rob Conway if it's lazy as in confident. He does have a bit of the cockiness to him, which is hard to argue with. I don't think anybody here can argue because his accolades are through the roof. They are insane. But the problem is I think if he hooked in exactly like you said and did a big cover, that would work. He is working a sleeper here. He is working a sleeper. This has put people down. This has put some of the biggest names down. But Hobo fought out of it. And now cut off with the big block to the back. The big overhand slam.
The big, I call it a big piece of iron.
Oh my goodness, there's another one.
Those have got to feel like sledgehammer shots to your back.
Obviously, coming from a man like that, I would have to agree with you 100%. It does look like, oh my goodness, there's one across the jaw. Is he literally waving this off? Is Hobo Hank finding it deep in his soul? Oh my goodness, look at the face. Oh my God, that was a shot. They're trading back and forth, Carney Rob. Shot. Here's another one right back.
It looks like Foreman and Muhammad Ali in there.
Oh my goodness, look at those. He's working him over and then he cuts him off.
Smart move.
And a big lariat. Oh my goodness. There's one. Here comes Hobo with another. Oh my goodness. He's rocking Rob right now. He's rocking him. I don't think he knows where he is. There's a third. Rob Conway. Oh, and he goes to the outside. As much as it pains me, I think that was a smart move.
I don't think so.
Get out of the line of fire. Get out of the line. Oh, no.
I've been out there with Hobo Hank. This is not a smart place for him to be.
Oh, my goodness. You heard that thought. I felt it. My heart, the palpitation in my heart off of that shot.
That brings back bad memories.
Oh, there's another one, Carney. This is out of control. You are right when you said this might not be a smart move. He is working him over, and there is nothing for the ref to be able to break the count. He just has to wear those chops. Hobo Hank is now rolling him back into the ring. What do we got here? He's got him down. Oh no.
I know what that is.
Oh, I'm loving this. I loved when it happened to you, and I'm going to love it here. Oh, it's the pit. It's the pit, ladies and gentlemen. You smell that, Phil. It's the pit. He gave it to him. Oh, my goodness. And now chopping on his head. He's trying to open him up. Oh,
that's illegal. You can't bite a man like that.
I think he thought he was a steak.
Dinner.
I think he thought he was a steak. I know you thought it was a steak. I saw your eyes. He just bit the flesh from Rob Conway's forehead. He just bit it. And you know what? You know what he didn't do? He didn't spit it out. He swallowed it. He's not going to skip that meal. That's a free meal. He's getting paid to be in the ring with Rob Conway. He's getting paid to bite his forehead and eat that flesh. And that was an enziguri out of nowhere. And Rob is down. Mr. Conway, as you call him, is getting pinned. Will this be it? One. Oh, no. No. Last second. Rob Conway. Last second. That was a two. The fans don't agree, and I can completely understand. But that was a two. I did see it from here, but Hobo needs to follow up. He can get that 3 count. I want him to get that 3 count. I need him to get that 3 count. What do we have here? He's tornado. No, Robles. Get out of here. Get out of here, Robles. What is going on right here? He's hooking him in. Robles right there. What is going on? What is he saying, Carney? Did you have this planned? I know you're in his camp. He throws him off, and down goes the ref.
Good.
And out comes the infamous Nux, and no! Oh my goodness! The infamous Nux, and he punched Rob. Hobo's trying to pull the ref. Here we go. Is this going to do it? 1. And that is it. Your plan. Robles'
that was
plan.
A fast count.
It backfired on you. That was you. That was Robles. It backfired. You two are idiots. That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy to see that just fail. Look at him. Look at him. What were you thinking, Robles? What were you thinking?
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Saturday, May 13th, live from the Westside Community Center. The innovator of violence and ECW legend Tommy Dreamer makes his Destiny Wrestling debut. Tickets are on sale at holdmyticket.com and keep up to date with the latest Destiny Wrestling information at dwwrestling.com.
Welcome back, wrestling fans.
Here's your bottle. I need your help singing a song.
Colin Mam here with Commissioner Merrick, wrapping up Pride is a Sin, a great event here for Destiny Wrestling. Commissioner Merrick, what happened tonight?
Great show. It was so packed out there. Amazing crowd. Unfortunately, it had to end like that. Hey, I didn't want to fire Matthew Robles, the director of competition, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Adam, look. Here we go. You gotta understand. You can't do this to me.
I can't?
No,
I
you
just
can't.
did.
No, you can't do this to me. It was an accident.
An accident.
You gotta understand, I am an asset to this company. The people of Albuquerque want me here. I work all over the country. I work at all the best federations.
Listen, you don't have to read your resume. I know it, the people know it. I'm not gonna deny you are an asset. I can't believe I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give you one more chance. Director of competition, out the window, done. But I will let you remain in Destiny Wrestling because I know you're a great manager and you've managed some of the best talents, not only here, but in every promotion you've been to. So what we're gonna do, you pick a guy, I pick a guy. If your guy is victorious, you stay on, but if my guy's victorious, that's it. No more second chances.
Okay.
That's it.
I pick a guy, any guy on the Destiny Wrestling roster.
Anybody you want.
You pick a guy on the Destiny Wrestling roster. Okay. Let's shake on it to make this official. Any guy on the roster.
Any guy you want, man.
I pick Hobo Hank.
Say Hobo.
Oh, wait, that's your guy.
Hobo Hank. So, here's what we have. You're representing Matthew Robles, a guy you've been fighting with for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So if you win, hey, that's good. You're Destiny Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. But also, if you win, he stays here on as a manager. We all know what happens if you lose. I mean, he's gone, which is great, but I mean, I know you worked so hard for that, man. I have no idea what to do.
Yeah, you know what, man? It's a little like Sophie's choice, isn't it?
Dude, it is, man.
If I lose,
Absolutely.
I lose the belt, the thing that's the most precious to me in the entire world. But I'm finally rid of the MK Bandit, Matthew Robles, once and for all. But if I win, he stays. You know, Adam, I've been thinking, man.
Let me hear it, man. Whatever you got. You're a champ.
You know, that's exactly right. I am the champ. And as a champ who's fought everybody that there was to get to this point, I'm going to continue to do that. And I want to fight the best competition that Destiny Wrestling has to offer. I'm going to let Destiny take its course, so to speak.
Okay.
I heard Tommy Dreamer's coming. Give me Tommy Dreamer. He's been to the top of the mountain. Bring him to Albuquerque. Bring him to DWO. Let him wrestle me for this belt. And we'll see what happens.
Hobo Hank versus Tommy Dreamer for the DWO Heavyweight Championship. That's a dream match.
Absolutely. No pun intended.
If you're up for it,
Let's do this.
let's do it.
Yeah, make it happen.
You heard it, Albuquerque. This man versus Tommy Dreamer, Destiny Wrestling Heavyweight Championship on the line May 13th.
Thanks for tuning in, fans. Please check us out at dwowrestling.com, and we'll see ya next week.